talk about Crossroads, shall we? The Crossroads is something I utilize in my practice pretty often. They are a no man's land, which means they are owned by no one, and therefore are the perfect place to finish your spell work, to leave the remains of your spell work, and the energy of the Crossroads, no matter which energy you're working with when it pertains to them, will carry them off. Respectfully, of course, which means don't litter. Respect the earth, right? And then also it's very important that you leave some kind of alcohol or coins for the spirits that inhabit that particular crossroad. The energies of a crossroad are immaculate to the point where you can draw on them and use like a makeshift altar there. You can use the crossroads as an altar itself because of the energy that's all over. This energy can be used for cleansing, banishing, manifesting, protection, especially if you work with Hermes or Mercury, but they are a gateway to the other realms. So many, and I mean many, entities and spirits can be found there. When it comes to uses of the crossroads in your practice, there's a lot, so I want to name off as much as I can, okay? So if something is lost or someone is lost, going to the crossroads and asking the spirits and entities that roam there to help you bring it back is perfect. To drop off that kind of spell work also is perfect. Just don't forget the coins. Three coins. If you're doing spell work to clear energy blockages or doing a road opener spell, also, I mean, beautiful. That energy is moving constantly. It's the road. It's opening the road. That's perfect. Utilize the crossroads to send things away, to banish negative energies away, to banish negative entities away, to leave energies that you might have on you, to have the crossroads energy take that away from you. But on the opposing side of that, also use them to bring everything you want to you. So manifestation, attraction for money, jobs, opportunities. I mean, endless opportunities there. Different practices will utilize different kinds of crossroads, like Y-shaped, cross-shaped, so on and so forth, in different ways. I don't use that in my practice. I think hoodoo uses it in their practice. I'm not entirely sure. If I come across the word hoodoo, I'm like, nope. But when it comes to Southern Conjure and Mountain Conjure, I'm not aware of, but I could be wrong, but I don't utilize it. With that being said, if you work with Hecate though, a 3-way crossroads, yes. The entities associated with crossroads are Enodia, Hermes, Persephone, possibly, Hecate, Mercury, Artemis, Bel, and Lud. Are there more? Yes. I could list off a whole 3 minutes of deities associated with the crossroads, I think. I work with Hecate. And so I know that if you work with Hecate and you can find a 3-way crossroads, if you can find a crossroads, period, but a 3-way crossroads, and you kind of set up a candle, little shrine for her on the crossroads safely, by the way, if you call upon her, she can help you achieve clear sight. Hecate is a triple goddess, and the 3-way crossroads, one facing each direction. See what I'm saying? So clear sight is something you could ask of her from there. Help seeing into other realms clearly, like the astral realm, dream realm, spirit realm, so on and so forth. Just make sure you always leave offerings when you are working with crossroads. It's very important. The last thing, remember, they're entities and spirits of the road. They'll find you. Leave them offerings. Do not tick them off. Now, when it comes to crossroads dirt, oh, I love it. It could be used for everything I mentioned in the previous video, by the way. So spell work for decision making, banishing, protection, manifestation, communion with spirits. Make you some spirit guide oil out of it. That's gonna work well. Ancestor oil. I mean, there's so many things. Cleansing, all the things. If you can get a hold of some good old crossroads dirt, do that. When it comes to Southern Conjure, Mountain Conjure, hoodoo, folk magic, these practices tend to be passed down from family to family. which means that the information can be difficult to find unless you find someone who was born into those practices. So when doing your research, make sure you understand which conjure practice or which folk magic practice you're actually researching. Just be mindful. When it comes to what crossroads symbolize, the four-way crossroads represents the unity between the male and female aspects. They symbolize choices and decision-making. They were places where Sabbats were held, especially, I know, for Hecate. There were festivals called Compitalia, I think? Don't judge me. Where festivals were held to put up shrines for the spirits of the crossroads. Eventually people were persecuted for it, but and where mothers would take their newborn infants to offer to the mother goddess for blessings. As always, if you have questions, let me know.